Listen to Sergio Sanchez every morning on News Talk 710 KURV and on the Radio Parami app. Stay informed with exclusive interviews from top local and state leaders, plus economic development news, business, and medical reports, and all the local news from the RGV. It's everything you need to know to start your day right. Sergio Sanchez and News Talk 710 KURV on the free Radio Parami app. Download it now.
Free.
Call 800-687-7979. That's 800-687-7979. 800-687-7979.
Don't get suckered into the same old free phone game by Big Wireless. There is a better way. Pure Talk, my sponsor, my wireless company, has a better offer. A brand new free Samsung Galaxy with qualifying plan for $35 a month. You get unlimited talk, unlimited text, 15 gigs of data, all on America's most dependable 5G network. Just dial pound 250, say the keyword Pure Talk for your free Samsung Galaxy with qualifying plan. Pure Talk, wireless by Americans for Americans.
House Republican leaders are advocating the GOP lawmakers approve the Senate's budget blueprint that passed early Saturday that includes extending the Trump 2017 tax cuts amid Democrat concerns about other cuts included.
Oklahoma Republican Senator Markwayne Mullin.
No one in Medicaid, Medicare, and Social Security is losing any of their benefits that are due them. What we're trying to do is cut the waste and fraud out of any of those programs.
However, Delaware Democratic Senator Chris Coons says the Republicans are
frankly lying about the amount of waste, fraud, and abuse in Social Security.
And that the math simply doesn't work.
I don't think you can find $800 billion in just waste, fraud, and abuse in Medicaid and not cut people's benefits.
Both senators appeared on Fox News Sunday. Kevin Uretsky, Fox News.
An American soldier jailed in Russia gets a reduced sentence.
Staff Sergeant Gordon Black flew without permission to the East Russian city of Vladivostok to see a girlfriend. He was arrested last May when she accused him of stealing from her. Black's 3-year and 9-month prison sentence has now been reduced by 7 months. This after the 34-year-old's defense team asked the judge to acquit him of making threats of murder and reduce the punishment for theft. Black went to Russia when on leave instead of returning from South Korea to his home base in Texas. Jonathan Savage, Fox News.
A Russian set a record on American ice. Alex Ovechkin scored his 895th career goal, passing Wayne Gretzky for the most in NHL history.
All of you fans, for the whole world, Russian, we did it, boys. We did it. It's a history. Yeah!
Ovechkin on TNT. The only downside is Team Washington lost the game to the New York Islanders 4-1. In college basketball, Connecticut won the women's national championship, beating South Carolina 82-59. It's UConn's 12th title tonight. The men's NCAA championship game, Florida versus Houston. I'm Dave Anthony. This is Fox News.
News Talk 710 KURV, broadcasting from the Valley's All-American Truck Headquarters studio at PayneAutomall.com.
It is a Monday morning. It is April 7th, 2025. Appreciate you waking up with 710 AM radio. And as always, every day I will encourage you to join us at Radio Parami. That is a free app. Listen on your smartphone. Producer Fred Cruz, we got AccuWeather meteorologist Jeffrey Nordine. He should be popular this week. It looks like it's a mild forecast. I'm Sergio Sanchez. A local note, a 13-year-old student facing charges after allegedly making a threat against a local school. It was police in Elsa that had to investigate this on Saturday. And police in Elsa, they were able to track down the threat to an Elsa IDEA student. The teen was taken into custody and is facing charges of making a terroristic threat. An Hidalgo County businessman is being held without bond for allegedly trying to avoid paying tariffs and taxes. The owner of the machinery business is accused of creating false invoices to try to reduce U.S. export tax and also Mexican import taxes. He's been charged in federal court with wire fraud and has had some property seized as part of the investigation. To Austin, some legislation being considered wrestling with insurance rates and how quickly they go up.
Charles Schwartner's SB 1643 would end the automatic approval of insurance rate increases when the proposed increase is 10% or more. One factor for Schwartner is what he considers a vibrant insurance market in Texas.
I think we need to continue to have robust participation by insurance companies because competition drives down prices as well.
The Business and Commerce Committee, which Schwartner chairs, has taken public testimony but is yet to take a vote.
It's 7:07 on the Valley's Morning News. Up in Houston, their health department confirming their first cases of measles. In a news release a few days ago, they said that an unvaccinated traveler was infectious. After arriving at the Hobby Airport from Mexico, the traveler went through customs and baggage before returning through security. Last week, officials in Harris County confirmed their first measles case. From West Texas, Fox News 4 in Lubbock said that a second child has died after suffering from measles complications at a Lubbock hospital. Those cases of the measles in Texas continue to grow, especially in West Texas.
The state is now confirming 481 measles cases from the West Texas outbreak that started in late January. That's 59 more from Tuesday, and it originated in Gaines County on the New Mexico border in an unvaccinated Mennonite community. 315 cases have been recorded there. Statewide, it's spread as far as Lamar County along the Red River in the far northeast part of the state with 11 cases. 56 patients have been hospitalized, and one school-aged child died. Nearly all the patients were unvaccinated. The vaccine is 97% effective. The vast majority of infections are in kids from infants to 17 years old.
It's 7:08 on the Valley's Morning News. Will the Texas Lottery survive its most recent scandal? There's some lawmakers targeting it to dismantle the Texas Lottery. We'll talk about that after AccuWeather. Time is 7:08. It is AccuWeather time. AccuWeather meteorologist Jeffrey Nordine joining us. I want to say thank you first to all the gang at Martin Farm and Ranch. What do the deer need for maximum antler growth? They need Purina feed at Martin Farm and Ranch. You stop by, say hi to Dougie. Meteorologist Jeffrey Nordine joining us. What a gorgeous morning. My goodness, brother.
Indeed.
So let's look at conditions, temperatures across the area. What you got?
It's clear. 56 in Brownsville. We're at 53 in McAllen, 49 in Harlingen, 51 Weslaco, and 48 in Edinburgh. Yes, I am a popular person. I know. You don't have to say it.
And overnight, you'll get to keep that like temperatures 50s and some, right, for a few nights this week?
Yeah, tonight and tomorrow night are both going to be in the low to upper 50s, possibly low 60s by tomorrow night. We're going to keep the sunny weather pretty much all week long and even into next week too, with temperatures a little bit on the rise. So today we're going to be upper 70s, mid 80s. Tomorrow, low to upper 80s. And then we start getting into the 90s again Wednesday and Thursday, but just over 90 degrees. So nothing like extreme heat wise.
Yeah, well, we got a taste of that last week with triple digits. Any heads up for Texas travel? The trucks headed north. What you got today?
Nothing. All clear skies across the entire state for the entire week. So a very quiet weather week. Temperatures generally going to be in the 70s to 80s, except for today. Today's the exception to that. Dallas and Houston in the mid to upper 60s.
All right. Let's check
It's just going to be quiet, so we're going to have to find things to talk about here, Sergio.
Well, sure. We can check the daily national calendar. Let's see. Today is Monday, and it's no housework day, which would be pretty much any day of the week. There it is at his room. Let's see. It's beer day as well.
And World Health Day, according to...
oh, that's right. We had a report on that earlier this morning. Coffee cake day as well. Some black coffee with some coffee cake. Yeah, that's where to go.
No, I'm more of a cappuccino person. I got to have cream and sugar.
Yeah, that's only one take for you, pal. No refills on that one. That's too much.
No, I do too. Coffee,
cream and sugar. All right, Jeffy, we'll speak with you next hour.
All right.
Weather meteorologist Jeffrey Nordine. What a beautiful morning. Check this out. Mostly mid-50s. Harlan's in the cool spot at 49 this hour. And that is your AccuWeather forecast. Time is 7:11. Hey, stick around. Stick around. Got a conversation you need to hear, especially you guys who are investing. You got some extra capital looking to put your cash somewhere. You got to believe in the RGV. We got all the assets, that everything is in place for impressive growth in the near future. That's where the smart money is. We'll talk about that in just a little bit. We got international investors that will be seeing the realities of South Texas thanks to a new private sector initiative to sell the region, economic development. And that's coming up in just a little bit. Meantime, a little more news. Place your bets now because the Texas lottery might be going away.
Texas Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick is serious about his threats to dissolve the Lottery Commission, which is up for review.
A lot of people like to play it, but we cannot renew the Lottery Commission if we can't trust it.
He's been critical of current and former lottery leaders who are currently under investigation by the Texas Rangers. This has to do with a rule change in 2016 allowing so-called couriers. They allow people to buy tickets online, and they're linked to a pair of controversial lottery jackpots.
Latest on the tariffs by the Trump administration. The Commerce Secretary with some comments this past weekend, Howard Lutnick, saying the power of the United States needs to be reset.
Appearing on CBS Face the Nation, Lutnick said the new global tariffs put in place by the Trump administration were to address a national security issue.
If we had a war and we can't build a ship, we can't fly a plane, we can't build our own planes, we don't have our own semiconductors. This is what the president is here to fix for America.
The Commerce Secretary said if things kept going how they were, eventually the rest of the world would have owned the U.S. Lutnick said the tariffs will stay in place as President Trump seeks to reset global trade. I'm Mark Mayfield.
And this past weekend at the box office, it was only supposed to make about $90 million. A Minecraft movie based on that video game. It took in a whopping $157 million on its first weekend. Time is 7:13 on the Valley's Morning News. So stick around. Conversation with local industrialist Joaquin Spalmer. There is a major summit taking place in Houston this coming Thursday. RGV Rioplex Texas Port to the Stars taking place in Houston and seeking foreign direct investment here. RGV, that means capital. That means jobs. A conversation about that next on 710 KURV.
Stop feeling embarrassed about thinning hair and start looking and feeling your best with Hair Grow by New Nordic, available online at Amazon, Walmart.com, and NewNordicUSA.com, or at your local CVS.
Look at the rack on that one. You know that buck's been eating Purina Antler Max 20 because it ensures maximum antler growth. Martin Farm and Ranch Supply also stocks a full line of deer nutrition for keeping your deer in top shape. In addition to being a certified Purina feed dealer, Martin sells all seasons feeders and blinds. So remember, Purina Antler Max 20 and all seasons feeders. Your deer can't do any better.
Come see us at Martin Farm and Ranch Supply in Edinburgh. Just look for the horse.
Easter is a time when we celebrate the resurrection of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. The Bible says that without the shedding of blood, there is no forgiveness of sin. Therefore, God offered his Son as a perfect sacrifice, as full payment for our sins. Trust him as full payment for your sins today.
This is your news, weather, and talk station. News Talk 710, KURV, and KURV.com.
15 minutes after the hour, this is the Valley's Morning News on News Talk 710 KURV, the one and only radio station in all of South Texas with the NCAA Men's Final Four and the championship game. And look at that. Look who's in the championship tonight. The University of Houston Cougars. Go Cougars. Coverage begins tonight, 6 p.m. on News Talk 710 KURV. Also at Radio Para Mi, our free app. Big thank you to all the gang over at Mott's Building Materials and McAllen Bolt. Big thank you to them. This Thursday here at 710 KURV, we've got the high honor of participating with a major foreign direct investment summit. First of its kind ever for South Texas. I've been describing it as a private sector initiative to do the work of economic development and sell this region. All the game pieces are in place. We got the colleges, the school districts that are participating in training our kids for all these jobs. The Port of Brownsville, the Spaceport, the international bridges, manufacturing in northern Mexico, logistics in South Texas, and land, ready to receive billions of dollars and create thousands of jobs in South Texas. Are you ready? We'll be hearing a lot from the RGV Rioplex Texas Port to the Stars FDI Summit 2025. And responsible for this is a new dear friend, Joaquin Spammer. He's president and founder of Commodities Integrated Logistics, CIL. Mr. Spammer, for folks who do not know who you are and your influence and impact on the economy, let's do a quick review, maybe some of the recent investments and projects that you've been responsible for, like here in North Edinburgh area, other industrial parks. Just a quick review of some of the investments.
Thank you for having me, Sergio.
Yeah.
It's always a pleasure. It's a great week for all of us. It's going to be a great week for the RGV, for Rioplex, for Northern Tamaulipas. I think we're going to change the way economic development is done. Yes, I've been here my name is Joaquin Spammer, as you said. I've been here for 42 years. I came to school to what is now UT RGV, and we have been growing steadily for the past 32 years in my business.
You're a grad of Pan American, the old Pan American.
I graduated from Pan American University, my friend. We were only 2,000 people.
Oof, they're like 30,000 now.
It was over 30,000.
Yeah.
It's unreal.
Yeah.
So I have seen the change.
Yeah.
From being an agricultural community to now what we believe is a major industrial region for the state of Texas and for the United States.
Yeah. And it's amazing that in part the amazing growth that we saw down here was because of the so-called free trade, or the more direct trade with Canada and Mexico, and now all the upheaval and everything that's taking place at the moment. But still, because of what we have on the game board, all the pieces that I mentioned, the amazing activity at the port, aerospace and space payload delivery options that Elon Musk provides for us, and the colleges that are churning out not only 2-year, but also 4-year grads in various fields. And of course, the other colleges from Texas Southmost, STC, TSTC, and the school districts that are also training our children to go work at these thousands of jobs that are available now at the Port of Brownsville, the international bridges, manufacturing, trade. The game pieces are there for us to capitalize on major investment. And so my superficial understanding, this summit in Houston on Thursday is seeking foreign direct investment. So tell me a bit more of who you're bringing to this summit and what we hope to do
Very good.
Thursday.
Well, as you know, we do believe that the main force for economic development is industrial development. If you bring industry to the valley, then the rest will follow. Commercial, residential, everything will be benefited out of industrial growth. So we decided to make a big presentation of who we are to the rest of the world.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you do that? How do you do that fast without spending too much money? Because, as you know, Rioplex is founded by private companies. So we decided to make an industrial summit, Port to the Future Summit in Houston, Texas. It's going to be this Thursday. This event, we expect about 150 people. But this is who are we targeting? Because the most important part is the audience. If you don't have a really good audience, then you're wasting your time.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't like to waste my time. And I don't like to waste anyone's time. So what are we going to have there? We invited 40 countries that do business in the state of Texas. You have Portugal, France, Germany. Everybody was invited. And we got confirmation for 15 of them. So we're going to have 15 different countries represented in Houston.
Mm-hmm.
Just imagine that, Sergio. 15 countries that are doing business in Texas already will be at the summit.
And the 15 representatives would be what, like foreign attaches?
They have most of these.
Yeah.
Most of these. Most of these countries, they have a trade mission already placed in Texas.
Mm-hmm.
As I told you, they're doing business in Texas already. So what we are trying to do is show what we do in the Rio Grande Valley. Now, you know that there is a lot of companies thinking of doing business in the U.S., thinking of doing and moving manufacturing to the U.S., and Texas is the best state that you can do it.
A lot of preparation, a lot of time and thought has gone into creating this summit that you're putting together on Thursday. It almost seems like by providence, manna's falling from heaven, an opportunity to have these 15 economic delegates from these countries to look at the opportunities to set up shop in the United States.
Agreed.
Wow.
Now everybody's looking at it. Everybody wants to see what are the opportunities in doing the nearshoring back to the U.S., back to Texas. No, so let me go back a little bit. We got 15 countries confirmed for this Thursday, but another 15 already know what we are all about because we already talked to them. We already told them what we are doing. They were very interested in going to the summit.
Okay.
They just couldn't be there. But now they have invited us to come and explain to them on a one-to-one basis, and I show them what RGV Rioplex is all about. So we're already making progress. Now, what do we expect to conquer on Thursday? Let me give you an example. Let's say that you have Germany, for example. They're coming. So we're talking to them, explaining who we are, what RGV is doing in the industrial sector. And they mentioned that they have 13 companies looking into Texas. So we're going to have an opportunity to showcase our message to 30 new companies coming from Germany. That's what we're trying to accomplish. You go through the trade offices of all these countries, and then you reach the manufacturing companies that are looking into moving into Texas.
Yeah. Yeah, and you've got the governor's office participating too, right? Because he's got an economic development table. We got David DeAnda at Lone Star National Bank representing the Valley on that table as well. So if you need incentives or something from the economic development cookie jar from the governor, the state of Texas is on standby to provide some, right? They're participating.
Everybody's participating. We're having the Secretary of Commerce and Tourism participating. Actually, they're gonna be one of the presenters. We have the Texas Economic Development Corporation will be there. The Texas Association of Business will be there. We're taking some of the biggest and most influential mayors from the Valley to the event.
Good.
They're going to have a panel. So yes, we're taking about 50 people from the Valley to attend to about another 50 people that are coming to the event. So we have a very strong presence on this Thursday, showcasing and basically selling the Valley.
We'll be broadcasting, Lord willing, we got everything put together now. We'll be broadcasting from the RGV Rioplex Texas Port to the Stars Foreign Direct Investment Summit in Houston this coming Thursday. President and founder of CIL, Joaquin Spamer, local industrialist and investor, helping to bring all these panels of local leadership together and bringing in at least 15 foreign investment dignitaries from different countries at a time when all of a sudden it's real popular to try to set up manufacturing in the United States of America as quickly as possible, maybe expand operations. But do you see a scenario where, I don't know, you're on the front lines of trade and investment. Do you see a scenario where maybe somebody at the summit says, okay, I'm sold, let's go, where normally it's a smaller economic development office that goes through a lot of recruitment, and then they put all the tax abatements together and the infrastructure things together. You see somebody making a commitment, shaking hands with local leadership, and now we got to come back home and make it possible on the infrastructure side and the whatever benefit side to quickly set up manufacturing in South Texas.
I think so. I think that what Trump is doing with tariffs is pushing all companies to move fast.
Yeah.
You need to move to the NAFTA, to the U.S. or Mexico, and you need to do it immediately. So I think my personal belief is that incentives are going to play a small role in this movement. If they can get it, they will be glad to get that support from any kind of government entity. But at the end, they're looking into staying and being competitive in the North American market. So these companies are going to move, and they're going to move fast. So, Sergio, we expect to see a lot of calls, and of course, we're going to pass all these calls along to all the cities and to all the economic development corporations. This is going to be a major event, and I think that what you're going to see in the next 30 years here in the Rio Grande Valley is going to be a lot bigger than what we saw the last 30 years.
I would hope so. We're primed and ready to do something like that. We got the young population. We got the education institutions, even the school districts that are training children to take these jobs. We could quickly, in my opinion, I think we could quickly, and we've seen this before, examples from the economic development leadership and workforce and the colleges where they're able to put together curriculum and put a pipeline of workers 9, 12, 18 months and get them on the front lines. Have you given thought to some of what might be low-hanging fruit, some of the industries that would come quickly?
But as you heard, the automotive industry is getting a 25% tariff.
Yeah.
So anything that is not manufactured on North America is going to get a 25% tariff. So you're going to see a lot of the suppliers of the major car manufacturing companies moving to North America. Where are they moving? They have a lot of options. They have all of different options in the United States and all of the different options in Mexico. We do believe that the Rio Grande Valley offers to these suppliers, to these companies, a great opportunity to do business in Texas, to do business in our region. So we think that's the low-hanging fruit that you're mentioning.
Yeah.
All those companies, they need to move immediately, and we're ready for them.
We're looking forward to more of this conversation. This coming Thursday, 710 KURV, and at our free app, Radio Para Mi. And yes, on 710 KURV, YouTube, X, Facebook, all that live stuff online. We'll be broadcasting from the RGV Rioplex Texas Port to the Stars Foreign Direct Investment Summit from Houston. At least 15 countries participating, key local leadership participating, selling the Rio Grande Valley and all of the assets from our population to education, to the ports, to the seaport, to the spaceport, everything that is available and land available for them as well. Joaquin Spalmer is putting this together. Yes, sir.
Just to mention, this Eddie Trevino is coming with us. Josh Cortez is one of the
key county judges, Cameron County, Hidalgo County. Absolutely excellent to hear.
We have the Port of Bronzeville. We have a lot of different developers coming with us. So it's going to be supported by the most influential leaders here in the valley.
Everybody, you want to do business? We're ready.
We're ready.
Let's go. We got the government leadership and investor groups as well ready to go.
And of course, Ricardo Solis from the STCA is coming with us. So you're going to have everything that you need in order to make a decision and make a decision quick.
Right, sir. We wish you the best, you and leadership, and let's go. Let's go get that capital investment and those jobs for South Texas. It's time. Thanks for stopping by, sir.
Thank you, Sergio. Thank you for having me.
And thank you for bringing us along. This is
I'll see you in Houston, my friend.
This is red meat, man. I love this stuff. Joaquin Spalmer, president of CIL. Again, join us on News Talk 710 KURV. You'll be hearing a lot about the RGV Rioplex Texas Port to the Stars foreign direct investment. Where? Here in the Rio Grande Valley. Summit taking place on Thursday in Houston. 30 minutes after the hour, the morning news on News Talk 710 KURV. Don't forget tonight, 6 p.m., we got the broadcast NCAA Men's Championship game. Go Cougars! University of Houston Cougars tonight against Florida. Coverage begins at 6 p.m. Big thank you to McAllen Bolt. Big thank you to Mott's Building Materials. Sports is next.
I got a phone call yesterday around noon, and I was at the gym at the time. They called me twice, and I called back, and they told me you won $1,000. And I didn't believe it. I actually had to call my bank, and I called customer service and everything. And then they also confirmed that it's true that I won. And that's why I love Lone Star National Bank.
Swipe, win, repeat. For every 35 debit card swipes, our customers have a chance at winning $1,000 every quarter. Make the switch to LSNB. Start swiping today.
One of life's greatest mysteries has finally been solved.
Who let the dogs out? Spruce, Spruce, Spruce.
It's Spruce, the new hard-working, worry-free weed and grass killer that's safe for use around people and pets. When used as directed, spray the leaves for visible results in just 1 hour and dead weeds in just 1 day. You spray, they play. Weeds die by the next day. Find Spruce wherever weed killers are sold.
Fox on Tech.
Sunday was a very important anniversary in the world of consumer technology. It's when the PC world took a leap through a window. Microsoft debuted Windows version 3.1 on April 6th of 1992. It would go on to become the first commercially successful graphic user interface operating system for the non-Mac world. Back then, we called those types of computers IBM compatible. Windows 3.1 was a step forward for Microsoft in its attempt to match the ease of use demonstrated by Apple's Macintosh. It featured accelerated graphics. It supported sound cards, CD-ROMs, 9600 baud dial-up modems for the new online services like Prodigy or CompuServe. But like Windows 1 and 2 before it, 3.1 was still just an add-on to DOS. Remember C-prompts, C:\dir? Windows 3.1 retailed for $149. With Fox on Tech, I'm Eben Brown, Fox News.
Stay connected 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Log on to KURV.com or like us on Facebook. News Talk 710 KURV.
The 710 KURV Sports Desk is brought to you by Dr. T's Primary Care for Men and Women.
The Houston Astros clutched up when it mattered most last night against the Minnesota Twins on the route to their 9-7 win, sending it to extras with the help of this no-doubter in the top of the ninth.
Hitting it out, Jackson the ninth. Jordan crushes one all the way back, and we are tied up. Upper tank shot for 44.
For Houston, it moves them up to third in the AL West and their record to 4-5. Next up for the Stros, they will stay on the road and face the Seattle Mariners tonight. 8:40 first pitch at T-Mobile Park with Hayden Wesneski on the bump. It got as chalky as it can get for the Final Four in the men's college basketball tournament with all 4 number 1 seeds going at it. The most anticipated of them all being the Duke Blue Devils facing the Houston Cougars. Facing a deficit for just the second time this year, the Cougars get the job done after being down as many as 6 points with 30 seconds to go. The Kelvin Sampson squad makes it through and sends Cooper Flagg and company home. Now they face the Florida Gators for the opportunity to make school history. A win would grant them their first NCAA championship ever. Tip-off tonight is set for 7:50. With your Texas in the Morning Report, I'm Kevin Walker.
Let's start on the ice. Alex Ovechkin broke Wayne Gretzky's all-time record with a power play goal in the second period, and the Capitals lost to the Islanders. Ovechkin passed Gretzky's record of .894, now stands alone with .895. Ovechkin also owns NHL records for power play goals, overtime goals, and winning goals. In the Women's National Championship game, their 9-year wait is over as UConn blew out South Carolina by 23 to win their NCAA record 12th title in school history. That's sports. I'm Ronza Moss.
Go Cougars. Go U of H. We haven't used the term Phi Slamma Jamma like in forever. But in my heart, it's still Phi Slamma Jamma. Had one of those last second dunks, kind of like the one that stabbed Houston in the heart a long time ago, right towards the end of that game with Duke. AccuWeather says highs for today should be very pleasant, close to 80, should be upper 70s, close to 80. Lows tonight in the 50s, and that's where we are. 56 at the Rio Grande Valley Port of Brownsville, 53 Mission McAllen Edinburgh, and 51 in West Local. Water Bridge wait times as posted on KURV.com. Let's go back to the website, KURV.com, right-hand margin. And who's busy right now? 1 hour B&M, 1 hour at Gateway, 1 hour at Veterans. And 1 hour on San Luis, over an hour. Hidalgo, 45 minutes at FAR. Business news check of your money next on 710 KURV, the Valley's Morning News.
If you're looking to improve your overall health and have a better quality of life, Dr. T's Primary Care is the place to go. If you feel tired or stressed or less motivated, if you're moody or if you have trouble sleeping, Dr. T's Primary Care will evaluate you and work with you to address your health concerns, including testosterone or menopause treatment, peptide treatment, IV vitamin infusions. Their licensed staff will take the time to listen to you and work with you to improve your overall health. Check out the website, drtsprimarycare.com. Give them a call in McAllen at 956-803-0058 and Harlingen, 956-368-5247.
El Pato is delicious, and it smells so good as well. It's like when you were, for some of y'all, had the blessing of growing up in with a grandma, or mom. Your mama would be in the kitchen, slaving over a stove, making some of those flour tortillas. And if you were really, really blessed, man, she did them by hand. Right, had the little balls right there, and get the roller pin and roll them out, put them on the skillet. Breakfast made at El Pato is like that. You walk in there, oh man, you can smell mom's kitchen. The tortillas fresh off the skillet, and put in there whatever you please. Chorizo, potato, bacon, ham, cheese, refried bean, you name it. Mix it all up. Even barbacoa, in case you missed that this weekend. And with the Lent specials taking place, right now you got the blessing of nopalitos. Like you can order some nopalito and egg patos for breakfast. Every single El Pato location. The Lent specials also include the salmon patty plates. The salmon patties just by themselves. The fish tacos at noon. Nopalito and egg plate. It's all good. You know you're hungry? El Pato is down the street. You know where it is? elpato.com, or phone it in. That bag full of patos ready for you when you get there. Don't forget the beautiful big special right now. A limited time enchiladas verdes, the spicy, and it is spicy, that shredded chicken, beautifully seasoned, the spicy green tomatillo sauce, the melted white cheese, rice, beans, and the drink. An amazing $6.99 at every single El Pato restaurant.
In the Rio Grande Valley, 18-wheeler traffic is heavier than anywhere else in Texas. So if you're involved in an accident, know that big insurance companies will not play fair, because they only care about profits, not your health, not the cost you have incurred, and certainly not your pain and suffering. So if you're involved in an 18-wheeler accident, we will stop insurance companies from taking advantage of you.
JP and Jeff at Amigo Power Equipment are celebrating Kubota Orange Days. And as I've often joked before, my friend JP, he's a proud Aggie. But he's very proud to wear orange. On behalf of Kubota, the Kubota Orange Days at Amigo Power Equipment will help you hook up with the equipment that you need, whether it's the zero-turn mowers for your palatial estate or all that acreage that you have, the versatile RTVs from Kubota. Get the perfect match of the equipment that you need for the job at your property or over at the ranch and at the lease at Amigo Power Equipment, celebrating Kubota Orange Days, which means special financing opportunities and some discounts on America's #1 selling compact tractor. And of course, all the zero-turn mowers and the versatile RTVs I'm talking about. Amigo Power Equipment, with the perfect match of the equipment that you need for the job now through June 13th. You can get 0 down, 0% APR for an amazing 84 months. Man, that is a long, long time. Up to 84 months, 0% APR if you qualify, or up to $3,000 off select compact tractors. You can stop by and visit with JP and Jeff and talk about all this, or get some details at KubotaOrangeDays.com. For the Kubota equipment you know you need to get the job done, it's Amigo Power Equipment in Edinburgh on Monte Cristo.
710 KURV. Streaming live at KURV.com. Powered by Texas Mutual Workers Compensation Insurance. A policyholder-owned company. Work safe, Texas.
I'm Nicole Murray with Your Money Now. President Trump said he is not intentionally engineering the ongoing stock sell-off, but sometimes you have to take medicine to fix something. He cited the trade deficit with China as his rationale for pressing on with his tariffs plan, despite the recent pain in the markets. A Minecraft movie leveled up at the box office, collecting a blockbuster $157 million in its opening weekend. It's not only the biggest domestic debut of the year, but the best in history for a video game adaptation. The maker of Jaguar and Land Rover cars is pausing shipments to the U.S. as Britain's struggling auto industry begins to respond to the 25% tax on vehicle imports imposed by President Trump. Jaguar Land Rover Automotive, one of Britain's biggest car makers, said the pause would take place this month. Futures are sharply lower amid recession fears. Dow futures down more than 800 points. On Friday, the Dow lost 22.31. The Nasdaq lost 9.62. The S&P 500 down 3.22. That's your money now.
AccuWeather on 710 KURV. Highs today should be closer to 80, like upper 70s, low 80s. And then back into the 50s tonight. Nice and chilly, nice and cool. That's where we are. Mostly mid-50s across South Texas. Beautiful weather. Not a spike in temperature. So the next day should be around mid-80s and then upper 80s by Wednesday. So there you go. It's a wonderful forecast from AccuWeather. Got Fox News coming up in 2 minutes on News Talk 710 KURV. Join us at Radio Para Mí. Download the free app.
Give your liver the support it needs with Active Liver. Go to NewNordicusa.com, Amazon, or ask for Active Liver at your local CVS. New you, New Nordic.
Let me give you an example of how awesome the Ryan and Brian real estate team is. The only team that I'm trusting to sell my home or to buy a home in the Valley. Dan just bought his first home here in Edinburgh. You see, at first, he was trying to go direct with the builder, and he made a smart choice. He decided to hire the Ryan and Brian real estate team to get the job done. So Alex, the agent at the Ryan and Brian real estate team, was able to get Dan $10,000 in concessions off of what he would have been paying without the help of Ryan and Brian. Working with a Ryan and Brian team saved Dan a lot of money. $10,000, that's a lot of money. And they can help you find a new home as well. Because the Ryan and Brian real estate team, they've partnered with one of the nation's top builders, Edwards Homes. And they are building brand new, beautiful, brand new homes, gorgeous homes, affordable, and take advantage of low rates. There's a limited supply, so hurry up, make that phone call, start that conversation if you want a brand new home. And yeah, with an opportunity to have the team that's going to help you save some money on that purchase as well. 956-540-2536, the Ryan and Brian real estate team at ryanandbrian.com. That's ryanandbrian.com.
If you're selling your home, don't be trying. Call Ryan and Brian. Go to ryanandbrian.com.
At Rivetta's Machinery in Donna, they're bringing the best deals on Coyote equipment to your job site, your farm, or your backyard. Right now, take advantage of 0% interest or up to $6,000 cash back on Coyote track loaders and skid steers. These are machines built for maximum performance no matter the task. But don't stop there. They're also offering fantastic savings on Coyote tractors, zero-turn mowers, and utility vehicles. And whether you're hauling something, mowing, tackling other big jobs, Coyote has the equipment to help you get it done. If you're looking for great deals and great service from a team that treats you like family, look no further than Rivetta's Machinery and Coyote. Start your next project right. Visit Rivetta's Machinery in Donna or browse their deals when it suits you at mynewtractor.com. That's their website, mynewtractor.com. Rivetta's for the long haul. See dealer for full details.
News and weather information at your fingertips.
No more browsing for no apparent reason. No more mindlessly surfing on our laptops.
Log on to KURV.com. News Talk 710 KURV.
Thank you much for waking up with News Talk 710 KURV. We're also at Radio Para Mí. That is a free app, and you can listen on your smart device. Listen on your phone. It's called Radio Para Mí. Download it today. Along with show producer Fred Cruz and AccuWeather meteorologist Jeffrey Nordine, I'm Sergio Sanchez. News on 710 KURV is a service of Edinburgh CISD along with UTRGV, their collegiate high school, currently enrolling freshmen and sophomore students. For information, call 956-289-2300.
Fox News, I'm Chris Foster. Markets overseas and stock futures here are all down again, way down since President Trump's announcement Wednesday about broad tariffs on imports. The president says he's telling world leaders we won't have trade deficits with their countries.
To me, a deficit is a loss. We're going to have surpluses, or we're at worst going to be breaking even.
New Jersey Senate Democrat Cory Booker on ABC's This Week.
I've never seen an administration in my lifetime do something so monumentally wrong and that so staggeringly hurts American people.
Besides Iran and Hamas hostages, tariffs on Israeli products are on the agenda today for President Trump and Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu when they meet at the White House.
We're going to have to cancel tariffs on U.S. products.
Israeli ambassador to the UN, Danny Danon, on Fox and Friends. The new Trump tariffs include a 17% tax on Israeli imports imposed because of a trade deficit. America's listening to Fox News.
Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick up in Austin is promising $51 billion in property tax relief while pushing the benefits of his Senate plan.
The Senate plan would raise the homestead exemption to $140,000, saving Texans $375. The House plan relies on property tax rate compression, and Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick says that would only save Texans $87. But Patrick's willing to work with House Speaker Dustin Burrows on a compromise.
Dustin, I would say, it's fair to say, he's really focused on the businesses, and I'm really focused on the homeowners. But he's also willing to do a lot for the homeowners, and I'm willing to do a lot for the businesses. So I really think it's kind of a good marriage.
In his State of the State address, Governor Abbott called for at least $10 billion in tax cuts. In Austin, Chris Fox, News Talk 710 KURV.
A 13-year-old student is facing charges for allegedly making a threat against the local school. It was police in Elsa who began investigating a school shooting threat on Saturday. Investigators were able to track down the threat to an Elsa IDEA student. And the state of Texas is opening an investigation into Kellogg's cereal. Did you have some Fruit Loops this morning? State of Texas saying that the cereal giant might be violating Texas law by advertising some of their products as healthy. You're in tune with the morning news on News Talk 710 KURV. The big game is tonight, NCAA Men's Championship game. We got the University of Houston Cougars right there at the championship game. Might be making history. Win their first championship ever. That could happen tonight. Live from San Antonio. Join us for the broadcast beginning at 6 p.m. Big thank you to McAllen Bolt and Mott's Building Materials.
If you're looking to improve your overall health and have a better quality of life, Dr. T's Primary Care is the place to go. If you feel tired or stressed or less motivated, if you're moody or if you have trouble sleeping, Dr. T's Primary Care will evaluate you and work with you to address your health concerns, including testosterone or menopause treatment, peptide treatment, IV vitamin infusions. Their licensed staff will take the time to listen to you and work with you to improve your overall health. Check out the website, drtsprimarycare.com. Give them a call in McAllen at 956-803-0058 in Harlingen, 956-368-5247.
There's nothing that you can do when the Lord says it's time to come home. That's why ahead of time you prepare. You sock something away, whatever it is that you work, you sock something away for your family. You get some life insurance to take care of issues, protect your family as well. The following is an example of something else that you could do. My mom and dad did this. They pre-planned and they prepaid that funeral event. And I think it's a great idea, something you should look into. The person that you should be calling or texting, Carla McCaleb is her name, from the McCaleb Funeral Home Clan in Weslaco. I think it's Carla or a family member from the McCaleb crew. They can come to you and help answer questions, help you pre-plan. It's a long list of pre-planning. A lot of things that go into that event. Make things easier on your immediate family. Instead of having to make all those decisions and maybe even argue, bicker with other family members. No, just put everything on record. What is it that you or maybe a family member you're helping, what is it that they want? Put it on record, pre-plan, and then set up prepayment. Put it on the shelf and wait for the Lord to call. I think it's a great idea. My mom and dad did this, and when the time came, wow. Thank you, Mom and Dad. Made a huge difference. Call or text Carla McCaleb Funeral Home. Get this done. Put it on the shelf. Here's the number to call. Again, they will come to you wherever you are. 956-650-2841.
Sometimes I struggle to get to sleep. My body stopped for the day, but my mind is still running. So I take ZzzQuil.
ZzzQuil, the world's #1 sleep aid brand, has a range of non-habit-forming products to fit you and your family's needs. Invest in a great night's sleep for the best you tomorrow.
I'm awake and ready to take on anything.
Better days start with ZzzQuil nights. Explore our products at ZzzQuil.com. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Be part of the KURV family. Like us on Facebook at 710 KURV.
Your 710 KURV AccuWeather forecast is going to be sunny and nice with a high around 80 degrees today, clear overnight down to about the low to mid 50s, and then tomorrow we're sunny at 83 to 87. Temperatures gradually rise and stick around the mid to upper 80s and low 90s coming up for Wednesday and Thursday. It'll be sunny, and then we're back to mid to upper 80s on Friday with sunshine. I'm AccuWeather meteorologist Jeff Nordine on the Valley's official weather station, 710 KURV.
And across South Texas, temperatures mostly in the mid-50s. Beautiful, cool morning all across.
Listen to Sergio Sanchez every morning on News Talk 710 KURV and on the Radio Parami app. Stay informed with exclusive interviews from top local and state leaders, plus economic development news, business, and medical reports, and all the local news from the RGV. It's everything you need to know to start your day right. Sergio Sanchez and News Talk 710 KURV on the free